Hey yo, it's your boy Adam. No, sorry. This is our presentation, and here we go next. Starting with you, man.
Yeah. According to a 2-year study, video games can be bad for your mental health. Reuters, an online website that shows data and studies as well as other things, is reporting that more than 3,000 school-aged children were surveyed, and that 1 in 10 could be classified as a video game addict. The study admits that these children were already prone to behavioural issues, but claims that video games intensified them. Douglas A. Gentile of the Iowa State University Media Research Lab worked on the study. When children became addicted, their depression, anxiety, and social phobias got worse, and their grades dropped.
Okay, we go. Okay, so basically, I counteracted. I looked over the games of Mario 64, which I played personally as well. It's 4 video games having positive effect. So basically, in Berlin, some scientists in 2014 asked a group of people to play Super Mario 64 for 2 months for 30 minutes a day. So it's pretty low amount. And they had a group of people who didn't play any video games at all, just to keep it a fair experiment. And in comparison, they had increases of grey matter in the brain. Like, grey matter is just cell bodies in the brain, and essentially, the more grey matter is, the better it's essentially how well your brain expands. So there are brain regions that are affected most, with the right hippocampus, the right prefrontal cortex, and the cerebellum. And these regions are involved in spatial navigation, memory formation, strategic planning, and fine motor skills of the hands. And these are very common things which you have, like, very common skills that you need, like, on everyday kind of basic use. Like spatial navigation, especially in the game, because of course of how they're laid out, you should really find out how, like, because the courses are planned in such a way that they're not streamlined. So the person has to find out how to navigate the course, and they have to keep kind of dashing back and forth all the time, because the missions are designed in such a way that you repeatedly play the map like 15 times, something like that. So realistically, they have to have an acute sense of the whereabouts of what the course is like that. And fine motor skills of hands, I'd say when you play any kind of console game, or usually all the time you're very sluggish with your hand movements and your hand-eye coordination and such. And as you have to like learn combos, like you have to use like right trigger and like your simple base buttons to do action like jumping and such. So it helps you clear further obstacles into the level and proceed and actually complete the game. And it was notable that people who actually enjoyed playing the game, they had greater expansion in the grey matters. And here's a quote from Simone. While previous studies have shown differences in brain structure of video gamers, the present study can demonstrate the direct causal link between video gaming and a volumetric brain increase. And it just shows that different brain regions can be trained depending on the type of video game, and it can help therapeutically with some mental disorders such as schizophrenia, post-traumatic stress disorder, or even Alzheimer's dementia. And many people agree that video games is a better remedy than it's more of a widely accepted remedy than going out to your for medical intervention or something like that. But personally, since I've played the game, I feel like after playing the game, I could agree with some of the points. If you just flip that one. I can agree with some of these points. Definitely spatial navigation, definitely fine motor skills. Memory formation is, if I play the game now, I'd know, because there's some very specific things that you have to remember, like hidden items in the course, like blue coins. And those ones, I can remember about there's 13 at every level, so I can remember about like 15 or so. In the beginning of the game, I didn't know what any of them are, so you know, I like to say that it's a pretty reliable test. But the only problem is it's from 2013, so 2013 means that 4 years of, you know, inaccuracy shots, and it's only one video game. Super Mario 64 is, you know, mild violence, kind of, for a specific age group, 6+, something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, I did 1.4 like against, so like video games are really addictive, and it's led to people losing their jobs. So unemployment is one like situation that happened is some guy in North Korea. He started playing video games, and he was like so addicted. He was in a cafe, and he played for 650 hours constantly with having little food and like little water and stuff like that, and he ended up dying. So he stayed in a cafe for like 27 days just playing video games.
There was another case in Japan where someone played World of Warcraft for 3 days continuously, and yeah, there was a died with little food, nourishment.
Also can lead to like misuses of money, so instead of focusing on the essential things like food, water, bills and stuff like that, they might just focus on just paying for like in-game currencies or video games in general. It can teach like wrong values, so for example games like GTA and stuff, for younger kids it might teach them wrong things like violence, you know, stealing things, and it might inspire them in wrong ways. And then also aggression, as well as like playing a game and then just like losing and getting annoyed, but it also affects your patience overall. So if you do something and you get it wrong, like the first time, you might get really annoyed. So yeah. And things for it is so sometimes if you like need a break from like the real world, you know, you can play some video games and you know it cheers you up and stuff like that. Not so that, but you make new friends, so you have virtual friends as well as, you know, real life friends. And it's interesting to actually like speak to people that are like different countries and all that stuff. And it boosts people's confidence. So yeah.
Okay, so continuing on the most positive side of the effects game have on us. I made a study to show how playing video games can actually improve our memory, and is well known that, I mean, from the last video we saw together in Lisa's class, we saw that video gamers usually have a better capacity of remembering details and resolve different shades of gray, especially. So I made my test on this point. So I'm going to show you 3 colors. You can see them. It's red, yellow, and blue. You have to participate, please.
Okay.
And these are the same colors, but on a grayscale. You have to try and remember which color is the equivalent of which shade of gray. And I'm going to show you a shade of gray, and you have to tell me what color it should be. Okay, let's begin.
Yellow.
Okay, yeah, that's easy.
Blue.
Red.
Right? Yeah, you got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
Then this is the next level. I don't have 2, so that's fine. Just try and
What is scuff?
we still have the red, yellow, and blue, but we have a darker shade of red. This is more of an orange, and this is purple or indigo, whatever you want to call it. Try to remember this. I give you like 30 seconds, maybe.
That's really
They're all looking like
Do you mind going back,
Okay,
please?
I know it's.
Do you mind going back,
for you
please?
because it's
I'm
not
colorblind.
displayed that good. Like it's easier to see the difference in
wow.
color here.
I'm being
But
discriminated
I mean, I'm not gonna actually use you in my research, but I'm just trying to show you, okay?
Yeah.
So are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yellow.
Orange. I said orange. I said orange. I said orange here. Red.
Indigo.
I got it again. I got it again. Blue. Blue.
That's red.
Oh.
No. Red is already done.
So I was expecting you to actually get it right, but because most people gamers
I got it right.
So, of course, I made my research on 12 people, because I don't have more than that to actually research. And my results showed that I used 6 subjects that were gamers. They usually play action packed shooter games. So, because these ones are more effective on this matter. And 6 people that are not gamers, maybe they just play like a phone game or something, but not real gamers. And you can see that most of them got the first part right, unlike you guys. Like 2 out of 2, and maybe some got just 1 out of 2. And then from the non-gamers, yeah, a lot of them got like 2 out of 3, and maybe the rest got 1 out of 3. But for gamers, they mostly got the entire quiz right. And then there were some parts, maybe then some people that didn't. But these results show that actually there is a kind of an improvement in the gamer's brain compared to the average kind of people. And it couldn't be, maybe it's not that much, maybe you're just thinking like, why would I need to know gray from gray, the difference between it, but it could actually save your life, especially when you drive in the fog and you could actually see the car from the fog coming to you. But my point wasn't to just show you how it could save your life and how now you're better than all the people who didn't got that right. It's to show that there is an actual improvement in the brain of people who play games. And it's not all games, of course, and it's not all the time. It really depends on what type of game, because there are a lot of types of games out there. But there are positive effects on people, and of course there are negative aspects of the games, especially the risk of addiction and causing to get violent.
Or that.
Or that? Which is, I don't know, not that usual, probably.
Oh. Yeah.
And I think this is the end of the
And it's,